How you doing, folks? It's Ron Grovis from Ron's Beers and Tools. I got a beer to showcase today. This is the beer we have from FT Max Brewing Company out there in Utica, New York. This is out of the Saranac family of their beers. It's located at, and I hope I get this correctly or say it correctly, it's at 830 Vaick Street. That's V-A-I-C-K, Vaick Street, and that's in Utica, New York. This beer here, as you can read, is a lager. And got some good numbers on this fine looking, fine sounding beer until I see what it looks like. But if it's a lager, it should be the goldish, light goldish color of the lagers. Well, this one here is a 5.5% alcohol by volume. We got 22 international bitter units. And I think on the PLATO scale, it's 13 on the PLATO scale. If you have original gravity, want to follow that. The hops in this are Hallertau and Tang. So that's the noble hops, the German noble hops. We got two-row malt and caramel malt on this. And like I said, the original gravity, I don't know if I picked up on that or said it correct. The original gravity on the PLATO scale is 13 for that. For food pairings on this, they're saying red pasta, which is your spaghettis in the Italian style, spaghettis or macaroni. Well, is there anything with the pasta that has the red sauce, red gravy on it, red sauce, they've called, and barbecue chicken. So naturally, a lot of beers of any types of beer that yells, seem to me will go good with barbecue chicken. All right, let's look at this beer, and we'll talk about the company as we see it. We need to get us a glass. Excuse me. I got us a glass here for my loving #1 son and his sweetheart. They gave me this on past Father's Day from Rockingham Brewery up there in Derry, New Hampshire. Okay, let's see what we got for. All right, we got this here from an old 50 caliber gun. You got this is an old one there. I want to use that. I'll use this one here. This is one of the standard old looking ones. Brookstone. It's Australian for biomate. It's Australian for biomate. All right, here's the cover before we open it up. They got the glass. Okay. See some water vapors coming out. And okay, let's give it a. Nice looking head on it. I'm getting a bit of the aroma I'm getting is a sweetness, like the typical lager is what I'm getting from this right now. It's on these type glasses to fill it halfway to like where my thumb is. And then it goes in, and what happens is this actually holds the aromas in it. You fill it to here for now, and then it comes in, and then right there is where the aromas will be. And you keep that in the glass, and let's say what the aromas are like. Oh, I'm actually getting, I think it's the hops that are in this. Well, they're the traditional German hops. And I'm getting it's not a bitter, too of a strong hoppiness in it. Fruit, a bit of fruitiness, and that could be the yeast, maybe something that's causing that. Well, go from that to now the malts have jumped in, and that's the breadiness. You know, that cracker like toaster, kind of a real low, but it's picking up on that. I mean, I'm not getting like on the hoppy beers. I'm not getting any of that citrusy or the orange or the lemon or grapefruit. I'm not getting anything like that as far as the smell. These are Hallertau and Tang. It's a kind of typical lager is what it is by the numbers. And it's a good-looking beer. It's a very good-looking beer. I like that beer. This beer originally, let's go with the history, some history on this beer. This beer is originally goes back to Mr. FX Matt. he started the brewing company. And he is the founder of the brewing company. He was brewing pre-Prohibition. I mean, and one of the beers was the Utica Club, and that was big during the Second World War, with their different brands of beers during the Second World War. Now, FT Matt is run by third and fourth generations of the Matt family, and that's Nick, Fred, and Nick Jr. And I'd say the family's been brewing for 128 years. I didn't have much luck on due diligence on their webpage, but the brewery itself does a lot for the community, and the family of the workers there in the brewery, and they donate money, and they have these parties out there. One of them is I caught a bit of it at the historical Robel Farm, WROBEL. And they have parties there and entertain and have a lot of folks there having a good time. And another one was they call it a Prohibition party. And I read about that Prohibition party. What I've heard when I talked to some people I knew a while back, they said that on the Prohibition party, they like you to wear beer shirts, and specifically you have to have the dates of 1920, 1933, specifying the start of Prohibition and the end of Prohibition, and any kind of shirts that have 33 on it, or the beers that have 33 on it to bring in. So it celebrates the Prohibition and what we have now today with, like, I think around 5,300 craft brewers that are brewing some really good beer. And we're lucky right now in time to be having brews from all those craft brewers. That's really good. From back when 1984, when Jim Cook started his Samuel Adams, and today they got all kinds of beers coming out of Rhode Island, with Newton, Narragansett, Boston, with Trillium, down there in Framingham, Mass. We just have so many fine beers. It's really nice. Back to Framingham, Mass, and we got Jack's Abbey down there in Framingham, Mass. But so many, and I shouldn't have started mentioning any because there's just so many beers to choose from, including the old Pabst Blue Ribbon and Schlitz. And okay, we got that tangent. What I want to say about this brewery, if you should want to go out there, basically it's in Utica, New York. It's located in Utica, New York. I don't know if you're familiar with the state of New York, but it's I don't know if you know where Syracuse, New York is. That's west of Utica, and east of Utica is Albany, New York. You probably all know where Albany is. And all you folks coming from Rhode Island or Connecticut or Massachusetts or even Maine and New Hampshire, go down to the Mass Turnpike, which is Route 90, and follow Route 90 all the way through. You'll go through Albany, going west, and you're going to run right into Utica, New York. You'll be in Utica, New York. It's like basically, if you look at the map, folks, Massachusetts, and look west, and that's where Utica will be. The name Saranac, that comes from way up in northern New York, right on the border with Canada. The Saranac River up there, and there's a town like 4,000 people, and that town the county is right on the border with Canada, and there's the Saranac River, and I'm assuming from the Adirondacks down they've got the name because they have a family of different names of beers and so forth. And Saranac might have come out of that. I didn't read that in the due diligence I did. But what they're saying, at least we'll get on this beer here, because it's got a lot of awards starting back in 2008. Getting the head precipitating a little bit here. I'll just pour the rest in there, because the aromas were nice. I like the aromas on this lager. And what they're saying is, our original award-winning Saranac beer, which we see in front of us here, is brewed in the German tradition, using noble hops, which we said, the Tatang and the Hallertau. Balancing the noble hops with that caramel malt gives that sweetness, but it's balanced. And that's what I'm hoping in this beer. All beers put hops and malts in beer, sweetness, and you balance it out with the hops. But you want to get flavors out of both of those, but you want to keep it balanced. And sometimes you may want to have the hoppy beer, or hoppy in this beer. So there's more hops into it, or stronger hops that have the alpha acids in it. Okay, let me get off that award. Like I said, in 2008, they've gotten an awful lot of awards with these beers. And let's further ado my talking, let's try it. Let's get it over here. I just like the aroma of this beer. But I do like that. I'm a big fan of lager beers. All right, here we go. Cheers. This is nice. This is nice. This is an enjoyable, very drinkable beer. My loving wife picked this up. It's a variety. And that's what my loving wife picked up. And this is one of them. Now, review them all. All right, folks. Have a good day. It's kind of a dreary day here in New England. The sun hasn't come out. It's been cloudy. Really cloudy and very kind of gray day. Temperature's about 37 degrees. At least we're not getting any snow. But winter's still here. Spring is coming, and that's nice. And I've got to come down here and eventually clean up my man cave down here where I do my beer reviews. Table is stacking up. I've got my treats. I got that. And I haven't opened this yet. I had a bigger bag my wife got. So I got these couple of things. I'll sit here. I've got some things to do on the small computer. And I'll enjoy the beer. It's very drinkable. Got a chance to get it. Purchase it. Have a good day, folks. Gonna drink. Don't drive. Remember, you youngsters under drinking age, don't drink it till you're old enough. Your body's still growing. Ciao.